The sirens wailed through the quiet cul-de-sac, red and blue lights slicing through the dusk like a knife. I stood in my driveway, arms crossed, staring at Karen, the HOA president, as she waved her phone triumphantly, her voice shrill enough to wake the dead. "That truck's an eyesore," she screeched, pointing at my beat-up Chevy pickup parked neatly in my own garage. "I've called 911, and they'll tow it by morning." My neighbors peeked from behind curtains, their whispers a soft hum under the chaos. Karen, in her pristine cardigan and pearl earrings, had ruled our subdivision like a dictator for years, her clipboard a scepter, her rules a guillotine. But this time she'd picked the wrong fight. I'd moved here 6 months ago, a mechanic with a love for fixing things, cars, homes, even people's broken spirits. My pickup, with its faded paint and toolbox in the bed, was my pride, my livelihood. Karen had hated it from day one, claiming it lowered property values. She'd left notes, sent emails, even rallied neighbors to sign a petition. I ignored her, thinking she'd tire out. I was wrong. That evening, as I sipped coffee in my garage, the police cruiser pulled up, and Karen's smirk widened. She thought she'd won. She didn't know I'd been waiting for this moment. The officer, a tired-looking man named Rodriguez, stepped out, notepad in hand. Karen launched into her tirade, words spilling like venom. The truck was unregistered, a hazard, a blight. I stayed calm, my heart pounding but my voice steady. "Officer, that truck's parked in my garage, on my property. It's registered, insured, and I've got the papers right here." I handed him the documents, each one a brick in the wall I was building. Karen's face twitched, her confidence cracking. Rodriguez scanned the papers, then looked at her. "Ma'am, this vehicle's legal. Why'd you call us?" Her mouth opened, but no words came. For the first time, Karen was speechless. Then came the twist. My neighbor, old Mr. Jenkins, shuffled forward, his cane tapping the pavement. Nobody expected him to speak, been silent at every HOA meeting, a ghost in Karen's reign. But now his voice cut through the air. "I've got security footage," he said, holding up his phone. "Karen's been sneaking around, taking photos of people's yards, even entering garages. She tried mine last week." The crowd gasped. Jenkins played the video. Grainy footage of Karen, flashlight in hand, creeping into my garage days earlier, snapping pictures of my truck. She'd planned this, thinking she could bend the law to her will. The officer's eyes narrowed. "Ma'am, that's trespassing. We need to talk." The confrontation exploded. Karen's voice rose to a shriek, accusing me, Jenkins, even the officer, of a conspiracy. "This is my neighborhood," she screamed, as if ownership came with her title. Rodriguez stayed calm, but his tone was steel. "You filed a false report and trespassed. That's serious." Neighbors stepped closer, their whispers now a roar of indignation. Years of Karen's bullying, fines for unpainted fences, threats over unmowed lawns poured out as people found their courage. A woman yelled, "She fined me for my kid's tricycle." Another shouted, "She called my dog a nuisance." Karen's empire was crumbling, and she knew it. Her downfall was swift. Rodriguez cuffed her, not for the truck, but for the trespassing and false report. As she was led to the cruiser, her pearls glinted under the streetlights, a mocking reminder of her self-proclaimed superiority. She screamed about lawsuits, but the neighbors' cheers drowned her out. Jenkins, now a hero, shared his footage online, and the video went viral in our small town. Karen's HOA reign ended that night. She resigned in disgrace, her house listed for sale by week's end. The neighborhood threw a block party, my pickup the guest of honor, adorned with a banner reading "Freedom Rides." Standing in my garage, I looked at my truck. Its dents a map of my life's work. This wasn't just about a vehicle, it was about standing up to bullies, about community over control. Karen thought she could wield power without consequence. But truth has a way of catching up. We all have our Karens, don't we? People who push, prod, and try to break us. But when we stand firm, when we find allies in the quiet ones like Jenkins, we win more than a fight, we win back our dignity. What do you think? Did Karen deserve her fall? Or was she just misunderstood? Share your thoughts. I'm curious where you stand.